Hi everybody, it's Matthew here again, and you just came off seeing my announcement video. And I'm now going to do the next episode of my Jeopardy! Eery Day In October series. Yesterday I reviewed the PS3 version, and I'm going to do so once again. I'm going to do the PS3 once again. I will try to do the other versions as soon as I can. And I currently have 20, this is installment number 23. And I'm going to go get the card. And my current 22 game winnings total stands at $357,499. I've been 21-1 so far this month.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Rivette.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. The Old Testament. Ancient History, 2006.
My high school grad year.
I only have eyes for you.
I in quotation marks.
Official state things. Elvis lyrics. And birth and death. Player 1, you start.
I only have eyes for you for 200.
Heterohelix is the English variety of this climbing plant. Yes, player 1.
What is ivy?
You got it. Select again.
I for 400.
And here's Kelly.
In monozygotic, or this type of twins, the genetic makeup of each twin is exactly the same.
I know I had this before, but I can't quite remember.
We're talking about identical.
Oh, of course, identical.
Player 1, back
Eyes
to you
for 600.
So, roger that, Houston. The rocket engines have reached this point of firing to life.
What is ignition?
Player 1.
I for
You
800.
again, player 1. It's a list of places to be visited on a journey.
What is an itinerary?
Okay, player 1. Good for you.
I for
We
1,000.
return to you, player 1. The male of this wild goat of the Alps has backward curving horns that may be as long as it is tall. Player 1.
What is an ibex?
Correct. Please pick again.
Official
player 1.
state things for 200.
It reigns as West Virginia's official state butterfly.
What is a monarch?
Player 1. You are correct.
Official state things
Please
for
pick again,
400.
player 1. When Virginia got a state one of these animals, the governor's office released a poem that mentioned Adam West. Player 3.
A bat? It's a bat.
Player 3. Where do we start?
Birth and death for 200.
The number one cause of death in the United States isn't cancer, but disease of this organ. Yes, player 1.
What is heart disease?
Player 1, where do we start?
Official state things for 600.
Sounds scary, but Colorado's official state fish is the greenback cutthroat type of this. Player 1.
What is a bath? Oh no.
Any other takers? Yes, player 2.
Trout? That would have been my next guess.
Player 2, make a selection, please.
State things for 800.
The syringa, also known as the mock orange, is Idaho's official state this. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is fruits? No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. A flower.
Oh, flower.
Player 2, back to you for
Official
our
state
next
thinks 1,000.
selection. Appropriately, the official state cantata of Connecticut has this spicy name.
What is nutmeg?
Yes, player 1.
Because it's the nutmeg state, yet produces no
Player
nutmeg.
1, start it.
Ancient history 2006 for 200.
In February, he shot Harry Whittington, not his intended target. Player 3.
Karl Rove? No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player 2.
Dick Cheney? It's Dick Cheney.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player 2. Make us a cuneiform
Birth death,
tablet
what?
dating to
Birth and death
2000
400.
BC is the first known reference to the type of birth associated with this Roman leader. Yes, player 2.
Julius Caesar?
That's correct.
It's Julius Caesar.
Player 2. You pick again, please.
Birth and death for 600.
The death in Venice is from this waterborne disease that has caused several pandemics.
I'll try it.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What is plague?
Sorry, that's wrong.
I'm going in the wrong way.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player 3.
Cholera?
That's correct.
I was thinking about that.
Player 3, where do we start?
Birth and death for 800.
Louise Brown, the first baby conceived as the result of in vitro fertilization, was born in this decade. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the 1970s? Yep, 1978, I believe.
Okay, let's get back into this.
Maybe using
Player
Google
1,
for this, but you
make
know what?
the
It's my
next
videos. I can
selection
do what
as
I
we
want.
continue.
Ancient history 2006 for 400.
Discovery and this legendary space shuttle went aloft. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Atlantis?
You got it.
Yes!
Player 1.
Ancient history 2006 for 600.
In November, an Andy Warhol work depicting this Asian leader sold for more than $17 million. Okay, player 1.
Who was Ho Chi Minh?
Nope.
You kidding me?
Any other takers? We're talking about Mao Zedong.
My next guess.
Select again.
Ancient history 2006 for 800.
This famous American passed away the day after Christmas at the age of 93.
No idea.
Okay, player 2.
George Burns?
No, that's
It is not George Burns.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
You guys probably might know this, but I don't.
Here's what we were looking for. Gerald Ford.
Oh, Gerald Ford.
Player 1. You pick
Ancient
again,
History
please.
2006 for 1,000.
He led the French team to the finals of soccer's World Cup, only to be ejected after headbutting an Italian player. Let's hear it, player 2. You got it.
Zinedine Zidane.
Player 2, start us.
Elvis lyrics for 200.
Never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is, Love Me Tender? Yeah, okay.
Where do we begin, player 1?
Elvis lyrics for 400.
The warden said, hey buddy, don't you be no square. If you can't find a partner, use a wooden chair. It's player 1.
What is Jailhouse Rock?
Player 1.
Okay, coming. Elvis lyrics 600.
If you can't come around, at least please telephone. The correct response is don't be cruel.
Oh, Elvis lyrics.
Select again.
Elvis for 800.
Ooh, 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 I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming. I must be 109.
An Elvis song.
Yeah.
We're talking about burning love.
Oh,
I never heard of it.
makes sense.
You get to pick again, player 1.
Birth and Death for 1,000.
Answer. It's the Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. How much are you going to wager, player 1?
I'm just doing 800.
And the Daily Double clue. For 2011, the 10 highest fertility rates were in countries on this continent.
What is Africa?
Congratulations, you're still in first,
Lucky
player 1.
guess.
We return to you, player 1.
Old Testament for 1,000.
Deuteronomy may mean second law, but it's this number book of the Old Testament. Here's what we were looking for. The 5th.
Ah. Thought you might
Player
know.
1, back to you.
Old Testament for 8.
According to the Bible, she was not only Abraham's wife, she was also his half-sister.
Sarah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, gotta
Yes,
be
player
Sarah.
1? That's correct. You get to pick again, player
Old Testament for 6.
1. In Samuel 28, the prophet Samuel appears to King Saul and predicts his defeat by this group. It's player 1.
What is...
Philistines.
Think so? I was thinking Israelites. I'll try it.
Right you
Yeah.
are. You get to pick again, player 1.
Elvis lyrics for 1,000.
No such number, no such zone.
I don't know.
The correct response is return to sender. You get to pick again, player 1.
400.
Jacob and this other twin son of Rebekah even struggled against each other in their mother's womb. It's player one.
The song.
Yeah.
Correct. And we'll wrap up
Last
the
one
board
for
with
200.
This clue. This book says Noah's Ark was 300 cubits in length, making it about 500 feet long.
What's Genesis?
Okay, player one.
6,000.
Player three will select first in Double Jeopardy right after this.
We'll be right back for part 2.